Hello, hello, hello. Uh, so I don't know. How do you kick this off? All right. So basically, we're three friends from college, and we're big time Shah Rukh Khan simps or fans. And the whole idea is to just dedicate a whole podcast to him. The concept I'll explain. We'll just watch one movie every weekend, of Shah Rukh Khan, of course, and that's the whole scope of the podcast. And then we'll go and discuss it and dissect it. There's not going to be a lot of critical commentary around it. We are not very intellectual, knowledgeable film buffs that we know the history and everything about it. We are just Shah Rukh Khan fans, and we're just doing this as sort of a passion project. So expect just a very, I think, tangential, random rants, a little bit bakchodi, and a lot of awkward silences. It's I'll go and introduce myself, and I have two other friends of mine. I'll let them talk about themselves. So my name's Digvijay. Uh, I don't want to talk a lot about the work that I do. I'll just tell how much of a Shah Rukh Khan fan I am. Is that my wife's name is Anjali Sharma, and that could or could not have been a big part of why I asked her to marry me. Uh, yeah,
We'll never
and
know.
yeah, I've been a Shah Rukh Khan. You never know. Yeah, and I've been a Shah Rukh Khan fan, I think, since ages. But it's the last sort of 5 6 years when not 5 6, I think last sort of 8 9 years is when it just come really out in the open. I've been very vocal about it कि हाँ भाई हूँ मैं शाहरुख खान फैन जो करना कर लो मेरे को नहीं फर्क पड़ता अच्छी मूवी है बुरी मूवी है I watched Zero in the theater. I watched what
Same.
other shitty movies were there, the one that come Jab Harry Met Sejal, right.
That happened.
I watched Pathan on the first day, first show, and I took four other friends of mine while we were attending a wedding. So that's my SRK claim to fame, that I'm a legit fan. I'm just not here for now that he's doing big bucks. That's it. All right, I'll hand over to Diksha. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Deeksha. Based on Diggy's definition of a legit fan, I'm wondering if maybe I might not belong here because I have not watched When Harry Met Sejal. I have not watched Zero, and I have a feeling a lot of the movies on this list I would not have watched. But I am a big Shah Rukh Khan fan. At least a lot of the 2000s films are some of my favorites of all time. Especially the music. I think it's always like a point for me to connect with people, especially like on a night when everyone's a little drunk and we just start playing Shah Rukh Khan music and everyone has a good time. Um, so yeah, looking forward to exploring more of his films, making fun of some of them, maybe making discovering new ones that I'll like, hopefully. Yeah. Preeti, you're up.
Yeah, okay. Hi guys, I'm Preeti. Of course, in all of the three of us, I guess Diggy gets the whole and the legit Shah Rukh Khan fan here. But I guess in more ways than not, Shah Rukh Khan movies have shaped my idea of romance. Whether or not that's a good idea is for contest now. But I remember I was 5 years old when I wanted to watch Kuch Hota Hai in theaters. Like I don't know when it came. It came in 1998, 97, something of some of those years, I think so. 98, 99. Um, but yeah, like a 5 year old
98,
child
yeah,
who does
98.
not. Yeah, 98 is what I remember. Like 5 year old child doesn't know anything, but is so enamored by the idea of Shah Rukh Khan and the music. Like for me, music has saved me for so many years and has shaped me for who I am. So yes, very much excited to do the filmography. I guess it started as fun, like in general, we would anyway be watching and chatting on a group, but now it feels like yes, might as well record some of it. So yes, very excited for the coming weeks and months of SRK movies.
Yeah, maybe we
Ooh,
should
yeah,
actually
kick
talk
off.
about how this idea came to be. Was I was listening to another podcast, which was a bunch of people simping for SRK, and I felt like I don't know, the vibe of that podcast was off. Like they weren't simping hard enough, and I was like, "इससे better तो हम लोगों की conversations लगती
हम कर
होंगी."
सकते
True, true.
And
Yeah,
then
and then
everyone
I
was like,
was
"Let's do it."
Yeah, and I think I was looking through the filmography of SRK for some reason, and I thought it'd be fun to just watch all his movies, right? And that sort of merged with your idea, like, okay, let's do a podcast about that. That makes no sense, but here we are.
मेरे को तो बात
Uh,
ही करनी है SRK के बारे में. So I am here for all of that. No idea
yeah,
was given by me here, but I am support.
yeah, that's all we
Like
need.
he's the supporting cast in Deewana. I am the supporting cast here.
Cool, awesome segue into the first movie that we're going to do. Like his debut movie, the first movie that we saw him on the silver screen. Um, I mean, I think all of at least Preeti and I we had watched it, but I remember nothing. All I remember was the basic premise. Yes, ये वो बाद में it's a love triangle and वो बाद में आता है stuff like that. But I think Disha has watched it for the first time, so all her thoughts are very fresh. But both Preeti and I also we watched it. I think after years and years. So basically like a fresh SRK movie that's very rare for us nowadays. अच्छा ऐसी ऐसी movie देखी है जो बिल्कुल भी पता नहीं था. So at least that was a good experience. And yeah, that was
Yeah,
the first movie we watched. We actually
I was
watched it abhi only,
waiting.
right?
हाँ, I was waiting कि देखते देखते कुछ याद आएगा कि कभी if I've seen some parts of it on Z Cinema at some point, but I had zero recollection of any point of the movie, so I think this is actually like my completely first watch of it. And I spent the whole first half just waiting for Shah Rukh Khan to come up because I was like, "ये क्या चल रहा है?" So
Sure. I mean, it's at least the songs are sort of, you know, you've heard the song somewhere. You've seen at least little
yeah,
clips on Instagram here and there. That's a Shah Rukh entry song, Koi Na Koi Chahiye. That's very, I think, classical. Though at least you know that. So you make the connection. Ke, oh, this song is from this movie, right?
yeah. I actually did not know
Yeah.
that that was his entry song into his first ever movie though, and I realized after
Yeah.
the film that's it's pretty apt. Like कोई ना कोई चाहिए प्यार करने वाला. Like it's Shah Rukh Khan
Oh,
announcing his
damn. I did
entry into
not think of
Bollywood.
that. Oh, right, right. Cool, cool.
But for me, also like not that I like the Rishi Kapoor arc in the movie as much, but the intro song for Rishi, like not exactly the intro song, the first song, "सोचेंगे तुमने
Yeah,
प्यार करेंगे कि नहीं." That's also one of my favorite songs of the like. It's one of the favorites from the movie, of course. So I do think that, yeah, it's a beautiful way to start Rishi Kapoor's arc, which I did not necessarily enjoy much
Yeah,
otherwise.
also like Preeti is also a big Bollywood music buff, like more so than I think Deeksha and I. Like she remembers random ass lyrics
Uh-huh.
from random ass
Uh-huh.
songs, from random ass movies, from random ass years and eras.
what was
तो
that
मतलब किसी
game
भी
that we
time का
played one time where we
Yeah,
got
yeah. I
हाँ
won
हाँ
three
हाँ
wines, which I never got, by the way, guys.
that was
But
pretty crazy.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I
for
think
me, yeah.
so I mean I just think
Sorry.
let's just have some first thoughts around. I know what you felt like. We just watched the movie a few hours ago. Uh, I think Preeti, you want to just kick it off? How did you
No,
like
no, I
it?
would say
And
Diksha should say it because that's her first viewing. So I would say
yeah, yeah.
Diksha, go
Actually,
ahead.
we'll let Disha sort of take a crack at it.
So, okay, I thought it was an entertaining movie. At least the second half, especially, there's like a lot of action, there's romance, there's little bit of surprise, also like plot twists and all of that. So you're entertained for most of it. But also the first half, I felt dragged on a lot. It got, I don't know, I stopped watching Beach Beach May. I was just looking at the
Probably because you
group,
were
looking at the
waiting for
messages.
SRK. I mean, you were just waiting for SRK.
No, but
That's
not
why it
just
got
that,
dragged
but
on.
like at least the first half an hour, 1 hour was very repetitive. Like it's like they go perform a song and then they come back, they talk, they go perform a song again, they come back, they talk, they go perform a song again, and then all of a sudden there's like it's like some miscommunication happens and then they start fighting and then she's crying and I'm just like, this did not connect for me. Like what was the progression to reach this point? But yeah, I think otherwise, yeah, entertaining one time watch, like good film. Good
Yeah, yeah.
debut entry for sure. Like I loved his entry into the film. That song is very apt. I was like,
Kick-ass
yeah,
entry, dude. Kick-ass entry for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, the first half in general is like, as she rightly said, कि गाने गा रहे हैं और फिर dialogue में बातें कर रहे हैं, जो कि originally ऐसे कोई भी बात नहीं करते.
हाँ.
There are too many dialogues, which
Yeah,
I
the
was
dialogues
like,
were
okay,
dialoguing.
Dialogues
yeah,
are
very
dialoguing.
much.
Yeah. I noted down a few dialogues, which is really funny. Yeah.
And the whole Mama Mami arc for me, like they are just like he's there as an introduction कि यहाँ पे जादूगरनी आती हैं और यहाँ आते तुम अपने तरीके से हो पर जाते तुम अपने तरीके से. That's his dialogue when Rishi Kapoor arrives in Sundarnagar. That's the city that they're in
Do you
when he
remember these
meets
details
Kajal.
also? मैं तो भूल गया.
मैंने
Yeah,
नोटिस
yeah,
ही नहीं
like
किया.
I.
Yeah, Diksha was so
And
lost waiting for SR के शहर वहर फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा है उसको.
Dude, I
no,
was
it
like,
was. I
it's his
felt
debut film. He's not in it. What's happening?
like. So I do feel कि if you check out the first half completely and
Yeah.
for a random reason you start from when the song is playing and you think that this is where it is beginning, you
It
will
still
not
works.
really miss.
Yeah.
It will. You will understand कि हाँ वो उसकी बीवी थी, उसको कुछ हो गया, da 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 da. But for me, in the first half, a couple of things that I think will remember is one is the whole shadi sequence because he just decides that he's going, and that just means for no reason at all, with no communication at all, that they are breaking up. Like और like he's धोखा
No,
देके
but
जा
I
रहा
mean,
है, उसका
not
प्यार है,
really,
जो भी
right?
है, फलाना ढिमका है.
Yeah, that was
I
just
mean,
random. Matlab,
yeah.
I don't know if it
Also,
was a
like we watched a
miscommunication,
very,
non-communication, or what, but yeah.
we watched a cropped version, right? We missed about 20-25 minutes. I think how I interpreted that scene was where sort of now Rishi Kapoor goes to that place in the Nagar, falls in love with Divya Bharti's character Kajal, and they sort of fall in love for about two
What
odd
was the
months, and then
runtime on
he
Prime?
he tells 2 hours 36, 34 minutes, I think, and the
It's
movie
that
runtime
much
is 3 hours
only.
5 minutes.
No, I
The
checked
movie
on
runtime is 3
Wiki.
hours 5 minutes.
It's 2
No,
hours
check no.
42 minutes.
Really?
Wiki पे 162
Is
minutes. Yeah. Because I was
I
also
googled
wondering
it.
कि इतना क्या miss कर दिया, but
Okay, maybe
वो
the editing seems so
that
patchy.
edit was
हाँ.
the editing was
Yeah,
patchy for sure.
yeah.
But for me, it is also, I would like to say pro to the mother here because he just decides to get married to this girl he's met because he was playing at a concert in some city in the pahad, and then he
To
comes
be
with a
fair, she
bahu.
tells him कि bring a bahu when he goes कि तुम्हें क्या चाहिए इसे बहू लेकर आओ. वो ले आता अपना काम कर देता. He sorted.
No, but I would still give kudos to the mom because she
Kudos
is
to the mom. हाँ,
progressive by
like
2020 standards, not just from
Yeah.
1990 standards.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Our mothers
मतलब
won't be like हाँ लड़की
हम
ले
बोल
आया बहुत अच्छी बात है. As Preeti said, हमें मिलेगी चप्पल, not a blessing.
लाइक लेजिट चप्पल मिलेगी ब्रो कि तुम
Yeah,
लेके आ गए, ये भी नहीं पता कौन है, पर्दा लेके. एंड ही इज आल्सो सेइंग कि मेरी आंखों से देखो बिकॉज़ ही डजंट वांट द घूंघट टू गो.
yeah.
I'm just like, bro, let the woman know who the sass and the ghar and everything is. So, but anyway, like it's one of my most memorable moments of, yeah, maybe my own bias was towards me. मेरी मम्मी तो नहीं करने देगी ऐसा.
Yeah. I think मेरा अब ऐसे ingrain हो गया है कि मैं I lose all objectivity in SR के movies, right? I will watch a movie and मुझे उसमें कुछ चीजें बुरे लगनी ही बंद हो जाती हैं. Like I will enjoy like very bad SRK movies also. Though I know के it's these parts are not good or these parts are sort of weak, but I like see screw it, यार, it's an SRK movie. I'll just
For
watch it for that.
example, what was the bad part here for you, at least till SRK comes or whenever?
Yeah. So I think it's I felt कि it's the first half is just very redundant in the first 1 hour. कि अच्छा ठीक है, you want to show them falling in love, na? That's the premise. कि they fall in love and then he gets attacked by Amrish Puri and his goons, Munish Bail, because they want his wealth and all. बट वो मतलब वो प्यार आप दिखाना है तो ढंग से दिखाओ ना. वो एक बार मिले फिर प्यार हुआ, फिर वो मिले फिर नाचे, फिर वो मिले फिर नाचे. मतलब वो स्टोरी मुझे लगा स्टोरी नहीं बढ़ रही है, कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है, परफॉर्म ही करी जा रहा है. वो परफॉर्म कर रही है, वो पहले वो इमेजिन कर रहा है, फिर वो इमेजिन कर रही है, फिर वो स्टेज पे नाच रहे हैं एंड
by the
सडनली
way,
उसके बाद उसको जाना है.
पहले प्यार ऐसे ही होता था, अच्छे अच्छे कॉस्ट्यूम्स इमेजिन कर लो और गाने गा लो, और दिस मीन्स कि अब
Yeah.
अप्सरा वाले कलर वाले कपड़ों में आ गई है दिव्या भारती. दैट मीन्स अब उससे सच्चा प्यार हो गया है. सो क्या दीक्षा, आई नो यू वांट टू टॉक अबाउट द कॉस्ट्यूम्स अ लॉट, सो दिस इज योर सेगवे इनटू टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ यू फेल्ट अबाउट द फैशन ऑफ द मूवी.
I thought the male fashion was excellent. I thought both Rishi Kapoor and Shah Rukh Khan were styled very well. Like, I mean, at least for whatever characters they were playing, right? Like, Shah Rukh had like that loose jacket, loose coat, sort of oversized coat sort of style thing going for him, which he had in a lot of other films in the 90s also that I really like. I think it suits him also, like those colored blazers. Like, I don't think a lot of other people can pull it off, at least back then. And Rishi Kapoor also had like those, funky vintage sweaters and that sort of thing going. And like he's built a little heavier, so it looks good on him. Like I thought the styling for both of the male leads was great. Divya Bharti was very, very hit and miss, and like with very few hits, honestly. Yeah, okay, but Divya Bharti was a miss. I liked maybe two outfits of hers in the whole film. That one white color not ghagra, lehenga sort of thing that she's wearing in one of the songs, and then that one orange sweater and legging sort of things. But by and large, I thought the colors were just atrocious. And it's not that colors were that bad in any other 90s films, in every other 90s film that I've watched. So I don't know why specifically she had to have such a bad wardrobe. But yeah, I mean, she's very beautiful. So it was just like, give her something nice to wear. Like, as in, they took Barbie core and then just added like a lot of neon to it. And yeah, I don't know. I was very unhappy with her
I was
outfits.
reading on like Wiki, I think I shared it with you guys also. Rishi Kapoor's attire and the outfits, it became a big thing for him to sort of do in the rest of his trendsetter for his own sort of fashion sense, right?
Yeah, I think even
Although
Chandni, his
I didn't like
dressing sense was
his
similar. Like,
dressing sense
Yeah,
at all. But
Chandni
my
was
dressing sense
very
is crap.
similar.
So I don't know. I think that's what sort of it. Chandni was the next big hit for Rishi Kapoor, I think, if my memory serves me
No, it's
correctly.
what
I think it's
wasn't
older,
Chandni
no?
before this.
Yeah, I think Chandni was
Was
like
it
late
older?
80s.
Chandni was 80s.
Okay, then I'm absolutely remembering incorrectly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that whole
1989.
As I said, sorry, yeah, you were saying.
no, and the whole white lehenga, what you ended up liking was also very Sridevi coach. Sridevi used to wear
Yeah.
a lot of those kind of
Yeah.
outfits, especially in Chandni. Also, I remember there was a whole sequence of the same. But what I actually liked or disliked, I don't know, but there was a change in her outfits. The moment she was even imagining the songs with like when Shah Rukh was
Shah Rukh was
imagining
imagining, because he's imagining
Deewane, yeah,
her as his own lover, right? So
yeah,
his idea of
yeah,
how girls should dress up, I think
Yeah.
that's
But even
my
after they
yeah,
got married, I thought her dressing sense
yeah,
improved.
yeah. The suits were a little more
Young.
nicely colored, yeah,
It,
younger looking, but
yeah.
cool. I think,
so
and
that
Shah
was
Rukh's dressing sense I really like, especially that one when he's entering and he wears that white t-shirt and black jeans and brown jacket. I saw that and I told Anjali, like, man, I will recreate
I
this
think you
brown
have a
jacket. I want
brown
and
this.
leather jacket, no?
No, I have a black leather jacket which I just gave away because it's in a pretty bad shape. So the world is open for a new
oh,
leather jacket.
yes,
Yeah.
we will add it to the list of things we can give to Tiki now.
Yeah, October.
But talking about the song, talking about the SRK entry song, because that is where we want to get at. It is so beautiful. It is amazing, especially that ice block thing.
Yeah, I
I
was just
can't
gonna
like
mention. That is so
Yeah, I
random.
think
Like, he's just sliding
yeah,
on an ice block and then
and
he throws
he's
it.
sliding on ice and throws it breaks, and that's just a scene. He throws the ice block, it
yeah.
breaks, and that's
And
it.
then yeah, it's for a while. Like it goes on.
Yeah.
Like they didn't like just show it for the fun of it. Like वो बर्फ में घूम भी रहा है, वो टूट भी रही
And you
है.
can
It was
see like
like
his jacket is all wet. You can
yeah,
see
yeah,
it
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's on the ice block and doing like, why are they doing that? There's no idea, but it looks nice. As I said, my objectivity goes for a 6.
मेरे को बीच में लग रहा था कपूर का ब्लॉग तो नहीं रखा होगा बीच बीच में क्योंकि इतनी बर्फ में उसको बहुत ठंड लगेगी यार बट
यार
but it was melting
स्विस
so
के
quickly.
मतलब स्नो में वहां पे स्नो में साड़ी में नाच रहे होते हैं लोग. ये तो चलता है इतना मुंबई के अंदर बर्फ. Very
Well,
doable.
fair. What did you think about the villains though? That is my next question.
I
Very
think,
unimaginative, no? मतलब
yeah,
बस आपने
exactly.
2-3 ट्रोप उठा लिए कि देखो they should be abusive, they should be sort of a turkey person,
Alcoholic.
Should have
rebel,
wide-eyed.
alcoholic होंगे.
They should have
Yeah,
background
should
music
have.
playing anytime they enter or
Yeah.
exit
And
anywhere.
Amrish Puri will have like that rough see दाढ़ी.
And the mooch,
portray.
that very
And
villain
and
type ka mooch.
and they'll all be dressed in Western clothes, proper एकदम suit वूट में आएंगे तो more
Yeah, yeah.
like all modern traits are being considered sort of villainous उसमें,
And smoking is
quote
also
unquote.
shown in such a negative, like that's what I was noticing, ki whenever there is some villain or villain ka something
He
something,
always
they
has
are
a
all
pipe.
smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
So even the chotus that they send to attack here and there, they are also one scene for me is where this guy, Amrish Puri, goes to this boat thingy where
And that guy is with a girl
is
or
having, yeah, is
yeah,
making
with a
out
prostitute or
or
something.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he just leaves because there is work for him to kill somebody. I was just like, why is this so violent? But anyway, uh,
It felt
and
like this
one
was
more
a
thing I did
very.
notice. Hmm.
No, go on, go on.
Bolo, bolo. No, I was just gonna say one of the scenes where the music, background music is of hitting Rishi Kapoor in the second, like when Shah Rukh Khan comes to save Rishi Kapoor. Then the background music is actually Sochenge Tumhe Pyar, and they've just added dishum 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 to it and made it look like action. And I was like, किसने सोचा ये? But हाँ, that is my one
तुमने बहुत
random.
ध्यान से देखा है यार, ये तुम इट्स लाइक तुमने होमवर्क करा है पहले मेरे को नोट्स बनाना है मूवी पे सब कुछ पीछे का बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक भी रिकॉग्नाइज करोगी. So let's
I
talk about the
think
dialogue though, because I think we were talking about it. I think Preeti already said it. All the like what they were saying felt like very deliberate dialogue rather than a natural, like how people talk. And I've noted down a few things. क्या था?
बहुत मुहावरों में
या
बात कर रहे थे.
या कानून जंजीर बन के गला घोट देगा और हर मर्द मौके की तलाश में है. And
this
then
हर मर्द, no, this हर मर्द मौके की तलाश में है was a full segue, like full dialogue bazi monologue thing. She says this, and then ये दुनिया बड़ी जालिम है, अकेले
he's
तुम्हारा गुजारा
There's
कैसे
that
she's
होगा.
one
trying to
dialogue which is
convince
like
you know.
very Kal Ho Na Ho reminiscent also, right? Like it's almost the same dialogue but with different words where he's like, क्या पता कल हो ना हो.
या क्या पता, हाँ, something he says.
खुल के
दुबते
जियो, मौज
रो,
करो, ऐश
हाँ,
करो,
Yeah,
जिंदगी एंजॉय
yeah.
करो, that type of vibe.
पत, पता नहीं कल हो भी ना हो, कुछ ऐसा, कुछ सेम सिमिलर ही था. But there was one dialogue. I know Diggy, you had noted them down. I think we should have them more easily located than our chats because
I
it is
know.
a little
Yeah, I'm also trying
things
to
you
go
learn
back and
from
see. Array. Yeah.
things you learn
Also, a
from.
few like sort of references we identified, right? One was there's a scene where the entry scene, all of them are on bikes, sort of, and then it ends with them jumping, and there's a plane going above, and that's exactly like the Rangdeep Sandhi scene, except for the
Like
shirts
this,
off.
Yeah.
And and I think Disha, you pointed out Jawan, sort of a similarity, right?
the Rishi Kapoor rebirth, na? Then
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he
in
goes
the
into
village.
Yeah, he also falls down a hill, gets into a river, and is brought back to sort of health by a village.
I
But
think
you know
Village
that
people.
village thing I've seen in a lot more movies. I can't
Yeah, I
yeah.
think
recall it
so.
right now, but it
That's
used to
I
be a
it's like
realized
trope back in the day.
it's a
this
trope, and
movie was
Jawan
full of
did that,
tropes.
and yeah,
Like it
true,
had
true.
it ticked all the buckets. It had like hero, villain, action, heroine in distress, and then death and rebirth, and I mean obsession,
Attempted rape.
love, and yeah, attempted rape, and जायदाद हड़पने वाला एक plot line, betrayal plot line, गुंडागर्दी वाला plot line. Like it was full of tropes. Like I think if this kind of a movie released today, people would be like, this is a spoof on Bollywood, but this is Bollywood origins.
True, true. But
Yeah.
I mean, in for its time, I mean, I was looking at it was I think the second highest grosser. Uh, First one I think Beta. The music, which I sort of was a hit and miss for me, but was a big chart buster at that time, right? It's I think the top selling album. But and my again, I'm not sure if it was shown as explicitly in Bollywood movies before this, but widow remarriage is a topic discussed and highly encouraged, and through the lens of the mother-in-law. She's like, you get married. She almost forces her, "Hey, I will die if you don't remarry." The agency of
Yeah,
Divya
yeah.
She
And
Bharti,
she
does force
right?
her.
also
I mean,
says,
she does this for sure, but I
Yeah.
think that's their way of putting a positive lens on it कि हम
Yeah,
इतना ही
her
progressive
intent
कर
was
सकते
good,
हैं.
but
Intent was
हाँ.
good. Yeah.
They
And
can't
you
show
sort of
Divya
take
Like
Bharti
into
getting
she
account.
ready to get married, right? Like they have to show that
Yeah,
she was
yeah, that's
like
also
she became okay with it later, and that they had to show
yeah,
that arc
yeah.
also. Ki, matlab wo, because Shah Rukh Khan
हाँ,
was he didn't try to make her do anything. He was like, "I'll you take your
true.
time and whatever." But I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for its time, yeah, it's pretty
Very
forward.
very Ajay Devgan of him from
but
differences.
also very औरत जात like Divya Bharti says it out loud also in one of the
हाँ, मैं
dialogues
तो
that I
औरत
didn't
जात हूँ.
really have a
मैं मेरा
choice हाँ
yeah,
मैं तो
true
गुड़िया
true.
की तरह मुझसे जो कहा गया मैंने कर लिया like मोम की गुड़िया और सम
Yeah.
गुड़िया that something that in dialogue बाजी she says but that is कि हाँ I don't have an agency of my own to decide if I want to marry or not and also when Sasuma says that you know your white तुम्हारा सफेद लिबास मुझे मेरे उजड़े हुए खून क्या कोक की याद दिलाता है constantly that's also
Yeah.
like I don't know why I remember these dialogues now but but
True.
that also in now that I think of it also my mom and dad were started passively watching the movie and there, it's also, I guess, a case study sometimes, ki how they look at it. Because my mom was like, "Yeah, this is so amazing. You know, this never used to happen.
हाँ.
She's so good
Yeah.
to be doing this." So I guess that lens probably we'll never be able to look at because we've seen world in a
हाँ, हम
different
लोग तो
way.
उसको बहुत ही नॉर्मल मांगेंगे and we'll sort of find out like 10 other things wrong with the movie कि ये भी गलत ये भी गलत right which is yeah which is just a product of how we look at things.
Yeah, like she like literally adopts Shah Rukh Khan. Like he calls her Ma
हाँ.
from the get-go of it. Like which is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
नहीं कोई आएगा लड़का ऐसे बोलेगा मेरी मम्मी को माँ बोलेगा just like that it would not really sit well with
He was
I
also
don't
हाँ.
know
he was also like a millionaire's son, and he decided to forego
yeah
all of that.
Decided to give up, yeah,
Yeah.
work on his own garage or something.
Mm.
And also, like surprisingly, again, I don't haven't seen a lot of love triangle movies, 80s, 70s, a lot of them. But this angle of the guy who came later, right, who's a second lover, him sort of being with a girl eventually was a new concept. Because I thought कि ठीक है ऋषि कपूर वापस आया तो obviously उसके पास ही जाएगी and SRK will be very sort of sacrificial
It
कि
was
ठीक है.
also it was also that kind of love triangle where the two male leads are not fighting for the woman. They've both
Yeah,
kind of
हाँ,
accepted कि मतलब जो भी हुआ बुरा हुआ, but अब मतलब
क्या कर
they
सकते
both
हैं.
being kind of कि अच्छा नहीं, like Rishi Kapoor is being sacrificial, Shah Rukh Khan is being sacrificial, but I mean
Yeah.
at the end of the day nobody asked Divya Bharti her opinion, which I have a problem with. But ठीक है, I mean it's
True.
different from other similar love
but she says
True.
it that nobody asked me she doesn't she say in one of the dialogues
She
that
does, she does,
मुझसे
yeah.
किसी ने नहीं पूछा कि what
Yeah.
was my choice so I guess just to even say that in that
Yeah.
time
And I mean, the filmmakers did what was easiest, which is to kill off Rishi Kapoor so
Kill
that,
off Rishi Kapoor,
yeah,
हाँ, because otherwise it'd be very weird कि वो उधर ही है,
yeah.
उसकी माँ उसके साथ रह रही है, परिवार divide हो गया. Choose the easy
और
option,
उसके
kill
हाथ
off the
में उसका
person.
काजल नाम लिखा हुआ है खून
That
से
was so creepy. That
Oh
was so
damn,
creepy.
हाँ,
Like, that
like
intensity is just no, absolutely not.
also like this is where the obsessive SRK lover I think
Yeah.
began because he was originally shown. I think he was shown originally. He is shown as a very obsessive lover. Who eventually you see him in a very positive light. कि ठीक है, but his actions in the beginning, right? Entering her home with six of his friends on Holi, putting rang on her. It gives very dar vibes, or even say
but you know there is a
Anjam to an
difference
extent.
sorry, but
Hmm.
what I was saying was that there was some difference in the way he was talking. Like they've shown him that he's
Huh, yeah, I mean,
following
I'm talking about his
her.
mannerisms. If you look at the way he looks at her, his that intense gaze, yeah. I mean, it's scary for SRK to fall in love with you. मतलब, वो intensity थोड़ी ज्यादा है.
I think मैंने कहीं तो पढ़ा था कि शायद he is given advice to Suhana that if any boy ever approaches you and like tries to be like any of my characters from any films, do not go out with him. Like that is his advice to his own daughter, that like men like me are
Don't
not
fall
good.
in love with my character.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can absolutely see why he says that.
Also,
Cool,
they
but overall,
electrocuted
like I
Shah
think
Rukh Khan.
let's
That
have
was
like final. Sorry,
they electrocuted Shah Rukh Khan.
they electrocuted Shah Rukh, and he still came out of it very easily. Like SRK ain't no bitch. He doesn't need to be saved, right? So मैं खुद ही आके तुमको मारूंगा. SRK is the star of the movie. Rishi Kapoor was billed as a star, but I think SRK had a lot of screen time and he also got the girl eventually.
Okay, we have
Yeah,
3 minutes
It's
left.
a SRK. Yeah, I felt it's a
Final thoughts.
SRK show through and through.
yeah, true. So
Loved
your
the second half
final
way
thoughts,
too
like, would
much.
you how would you rate the movie? Let's start this thing. How would you rate the movie?
3 out of 5.
And three doing out of five. Okay, 3 out of 5. Preeti,
The first half, if I had to chuck
पूरा
it
एकदम
पूरा
down
नुआंस में
फिल्म का
जरूरत नहीं
completely,
रेटिंग
है.
दे बस.
हमने 35 मिनट बात करनी है इसके
हाँ.
ऊपर. तुम अब सीधा रेटिंग बताओ.
2.5, 2.5. Yeah. And
2.5.
yeah, music
Yeah,
3 on 5.
cool. So I think 3 but 0.5 plus for SRK. So 3.5. अगर वो SRK पूरी मूवी में होता तो मैं 4.5 दे देता. But half में था तो I think 3.5 is good enough. Yeah, and like, would you watch it? I say randomly, would you watch it again?
I would watch the second half.
Would watch the second half. I would watch clips, like really this highlight clips, SRK की
Yeah, I
entry,
think the song, the
and
SRK entry song, I would watch. Maybe the ending action scene. That was.
yeah. कुछ scenes यहाँ वहाँ उठा के अच्छा सा background music लगा दो, Instagram पे reel बना दो. I would gladly watch that for quite a few hours. Preeti, about you? Would you watch the movie again?
Guess I would, but yeah, only the second half. And if the clips about Shah Rukh Khan
Same.
and
So
all of
basically,
that,
we'll
that are
watch it.
already there.
We'll
So
just watch
yeah.
SRK in it, right? Movie जैसे भी हो, हम लोग SRK के लिए धीरे थोड़ा सा देख लेंगे. Cool. I think that's
मतलब second half तो in itself entertaining भी है. So मतलब not
I
just
think it's
like, of
entertaining.
course,
There's a
love
lot
for
of things
SRK,
happening.
but
Yeah, there's a
yeah, a
lot of
lot of
things
things
happening.
happening.
Yeah, and you
So
can pretty much summarize the first half in like one line. So you don't need to watch it
Yeah, they
to
fall in
really
love,
watch
he
the film.
dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
also one small mention before we wrap up to SRK's dad. I think he played the, I don't know, angry
asshole dad.
dad pretty
Huh.
well, and then he
But
went
that's
off
his own
like,
thing. Look at his Instagram, dude. It's hilarious. The lip style is it's very cool. Cool. I think this was pretty random discussion, but I had fun.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any insights coming out of it, but it served this purpose of us simping over SRK for a good 40 minutes. Right.
And next week, Preeti is picking a film from the 2000s,
2000s
which we
era. So
don't know
we're
which
going to go
film it is.
90s,
We'll know on
2000s
Friday.
again.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I think this is a good place to sign off. We'll have Preeti choose the next movie. Bye bye.
Bye.
bye, see you guys. This is